It's Sandy from Needle Nut Embroidery Moss Baby Farms. I just wanted to give you a little update on the field. Of course, you can see behind me, here's the celosia. We did have a lot of rain after the hurricane. So today's update is to give you a little look around the field, show you how the flowers have fallen over, and everything's just dying back. And gonna get ready. Hey, baby. Give me 1 second. We're gonna get Miss Pumpkin here. Come here, baby. Come here. She's gotta come and be in the middle of it again. But anyway, we're gonna also cut a bouquet for a bouquet member and get that. It's our last bouquet for our bouquet members, and get that taken care of. So hang tight and I'll get the camera switched around and show you a little bit of what's going on with the field before we start cutting a bouquet. Okay, well, this is the celosia, and you can see that it's just, you can see the damage on the leaves from the heat. There's been a lot of rain, but look at these. Are these not just gorgeous? I mean, I can't get over just how pretty this is. So next year we will have this row, which goes all the way here, and then we're going to have this row right here, and then the one right behind it. So that is the plan, and then we will also possibly put in a couple more rows. But this is, I think these are, I think this one might be 100 foot. I'm not sure, but look at this. Those are just doing great. And so some of these I will let just dry and go to seed, and then sprinkle those through here and let them just grow on their own for this next year. But this is what I want you to see. This is just one of the zinnia rows, and look how they just fell over and just are completely decimated. Yeah, you're gonna get my shadow in there, but I told you when you started watching you were gonna get real footage. So I'm guessing that due to the heat and then getting all of the rain that we did, just pushed these over. See how they just, from the bottom up here, they just pushed over. But on the other hand, look at the new growth that we have. And pardon me, my allergies are killing me. They cut the cornfield and the bean fields beside us. But these are all new growth. So we're gonna take advantage of it. But look at this. See here, this is just how it all fell over. And if you're new to flowers, this is the new growth. You can see it in the light green. But the whole thing is like that. Now this looks like the deer must have come through here and stepped on it. It looks like. But these, it's okay. We're gonna take these whole heads, like this one here. This is good for seeds. So you're gonna see me just do this real quick. Pop that head off, and then I'm just gonna stick it on the ground there and let it grow for next year. We'll see what happens. But yeah, all of this one's broke. These are all down. This is about the only 3, I think, out of the whole field that are remotely even standing up. I just believe this color is so gorgeous. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? But look. Yeah, powdery mildew and the black spots have started. But look at this. We've got new growth coming on. So that's just a little bit of what we're looking at. Go to the other side of the field. What's amazing is these rows that I just sort of tossed all the seeds in. Of course, they've gotten weedy, but there's new zinnias that have come up. This is all just gonna let reseed to itself. But this is the row that had just some, oh look, we got friends. See there? They're just all over in the field right now. But see, here's some seed. These are cosmos seeds right here. These are bright light cosmos, and I just love the way they form like a little star when they go to seed. And I'm just going to sprinkle those in there and just let them go. This is I believe a Pacoti Cosmo in here. Here's some more seed. So the idea is just to let all of this just reseed its own self. But what's weird is that these rows, you can see it over here, they are all flattened down. So, I mean, I've just never seen anything like it. It's not like we get a whole bunch of more seed. Water and flooding back here. So I'm not sure. And the storm caused this poor little sunflower here not to be able to bloom. But it does look like it did create some seed. See there? I'm just going to leave that on there for right now. And I'll take you and show you the rest. And then, of course, I showed you the loofahs in one of the videos. So, this is what they're looking like now. So they're almost ready. Oh, look, here's another friend. See there? So they're almost ready. I'll be pulling those. This is the end of the, what was this one? Cactus zinnias. So these will all get deadheaded and saved. Take off the tripod for a minute, but I want to just show you that even though it's the end of the season, yeah, I've already been working hard today. It's in the evening now. I want to show you what happened here, because all of this was starting to die back. Of course, it's starting to turn brown, but we were getting new growth and more flowers on here. And I was hoping to really enjoy these for the next couple weeks, but I'm gonna flip you around and show you just what happened after the rain. I've not seen this happen out in our field before like this. I mean, it literally looks like somebody come running through here with their arms out and flattened every row out here. So if you've experienced this or seen this happen on your farm, let me know. Yes, I did not corral these. No, I did not stake them. They've done fabulous until the hurricane came through and brought all the rain to western Kentucky. But see here where we were getting new growth? We was hoping to have some flowers left for an event, but as you can see, they look pretty bad. We'll cut right through here there. And even look at the marigolds. Get my shadow out of the way here. That's how it looks. But we're going to cut some of these. Some of these are going to be saved for the seed. See here? Let me grab some of this. Look at all that seed. Just off of one little flower head. So we're just going to go ahead while we're right here and sprinkle it down in here and have new flowers next year. Because I don't think I'm going to worry about taking up the what do you call it, weed barrier. So anyway, this is how it's looking right now. Right, we're going to get to cutting some flowers. Here comes Pumpkin again. Anyway, we're out here. We're going to cut some more flowers. Try to salvage what we can. I'm watching a beautiful butterfly, if you're wondering. But, you know, if you're a flower farmer already and you've been doing this for a while and you've seen your field do this, let me know. I'd like to know. Or even if you've not seen it before, or you just have a regular flower bed, you're not a flower farmer, but you'd like to leave me some pictures of what happened in your field, I'd love to see. I really would. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started cutting a bouquet. So, for those of you wondering, when someone comes to our U-pick field, they get to get a carrier and a 32-ounce cup. We do have jars up front, but a lot of the flower farms around use the mason jars. So at our field, we offer more of the plastic cup. Plus, the plastic cup fits right down in your car carrier, so it makes it easier for them to get home, because a lot of people come, they've either bought a jar or a vase earlier in the season from us, and they'll fill their cup up and take it home and redo their jar. Or they may bring a jar from one of the neighboring flower farms, which is perfectly fine with me. That's fine. And then I found these caddies over at the Dollar Tree of all places. Yeah, I think you can find them at Michael's too, but they were $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And they get a pair of clippers and holds their cups, or, you know, also for those carrying their cell phones around, you know, it fits right in there. Yeah, that's the time it is right now. But we're gonna go ahead and see what kind of flowers we can get. I may have to go and forage either some ageratum or goldenrod to also go in this. I do have a lot of purple basil and regular basil that has went to seed and has some flowerets on it. Gorgeous in your bouquets. If you're not using basil in your bouquet, you really should. And it's very easy to grow. So let's just get started. Don't want to keep you very long, so we're gonna see what we can get hooked up. If it doesn't, you know, I'm not doing a lot of editing today. Just not going to. I'm just gonna give it to you real. Now these look pretty sad right here. These don't. These look gorgeous. And of course, whatever I cut right now, as long as we have decent weather, should give us some more blooms. But these are called Green Envy. So I want you to see these. I wasn't sure about planting these earlier in the season. So I planted a few rows out closer to the front. And then I planted this whole row here, which is just over 100 foot. And when they started to bloom, I just cannot get over how pretty they are. I'm hoping you can see that. So a lot of these will be cutting. I think my mom or my sister-in-law may come by and help deadhead, because I still have a bunch of embroidery to do, and I've got to get that done due to the surgery coming up, so I have to get that done. So I think they're going to come out here and do the deadheading for me. Oh wow, this is a beautiful one. I'll show it to you here in just a second. Some of these flowers, I do warn my bouquet members that they can be, you know, not the best at everything right now, because it is the end of the season, but most of my customers know that, and they enjoy getting the ones that are, you know, the last of the beauties. Look at this one. But this is the one I want to really show you. I'm going to put this in the side of the cup, but see how that works. A lot of people wouldn't use this, but I will. I'll use it. Well, look at the color on that. I'm hoping you can see this. See that iridescent color? But we're just going to go ahead and keep cutting quite a few of these. Like I said, probably going to have to forage for some goldenrod, some ageratum. We still have some basil, and you know, I'm half tempted to cut this off and put it in some water and let it root, put it in the greenhouse, but can't have them all, right? Can't have them all. But if it was earlier in the season, I'd definitely be cutting that off and putting it in some water or some rooting hormone and create another plant. So we're just going to keep at this. So get your repositioned so you can watch a little bit, and then we'll put you together for the bouquet building. Okay, so we're still just getting some flowers here. Not sure how much of a bouquet that I'm going to be able to get for the customer, but we'll just have to see what happens. I just hate cutting these with these on there. It breaks my heart to have to pull them off because I'd be so excited to see the new color, new growth. But look at the color of this. Is that not pretty? Just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, if you're very new to this and you're not sure when you should pick your zinnias, you want to do what's called a wiggle test. Wiggle test is when you wiggle them and see they stay stout. I don't even have one on here that, well, like this one right here. You can see that it's, well, I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, if they're not ready, they'll just really flop. And that's how you know whether or not you should be cutting those. Hopefully you're not too wonky right here, but we'll see. These really done well back here by the pond. And I don't know about you, but I really, really love zinnias. So I have been keeping all the heads that I can keep on my flowers. That's our yucky pond. Next year we'll get the algicide stuff and put in there. But it just refilled. It was almost empty because we'd been in such a drought. But then when the hurricane came, it filled back up. I'm just gonna leave it as is for right now. But I love zinnias. I just love them. But like I said, I've been keeping all the heads for seeds. And so next year, probably 80 to 90% of our field will be zinnias. And yes, they're open pollinated, so they're not going to be exactly what I had this year, but that's fine with me. The only thing that I have planted that is in a row of the same color of the particular flower is the celosia. Everything else has been a mixture. Normally when I do things, I like them planned out. I like them to match. I like even numbers, that kind of thing. But when it comes to these beauties, I just love the way that they look when they're all mixed in, and you actually have to hunt for the next unique one, or how it might be a little bit different than the others. So, you know, I just sort of just threw it out there and let it grow. Sometimes that works better than planning it anyway. But, you know, here's another beauty too. This one's almost past its prime, but I love these. This is the size for comparison. I have a 6-inch hand, and they're just gorgeous. So I'm gonna do some more picking and then I'll come back. Okay, so we're over here. We're gonna cut some celosia. Right now, this is where we're at on zinnias. And you know, the particular customer that I'm doing this for, she just loves flowers. So she's very easy to make a bouquet for. So I'm gonna pick a couple of these smaller ones, like this. And then I'm gonna pick a couple of big ones. And it's a shame that the greenery looks so bad right now, but that's the way it is. We'll give her a couple big showstoppers here. Like this. Now, if you're flower farming already, you may say, you know what, you're doing that completely wrong, Sandy. You shouldn't be using flowers at that stage, or you know, which is, it's fine, that's fine, but this is the end of the season, And some people go, well, that's no excuse. Well, some people still find the beauty in things that are not just fixing to open. So, that being said, no, I have not picked a bunch of brown flowers. Nothing like that. But look at this. This is what happens when technology doesn't work. But look, it's got a little baby right here. So this is going to be a showstopper with all the zinnias around it. I'm going to pick a couple more of these small ones, so we will have like this big one here in the middle, a couple small ones on one side, a couple small ones on the other side, and then fill it in with zinnias, ageratum, basil, and if we can find some goldenrod. And when you don't use a lot of pesticides and that kind of thing, then yeah, you're gonna have some other instances. These are just too gorgeous not to share with you. You know, I take all of that into consideration, but I also have to remember that I'm one person. And I'm one person that can't do everything like that. So if you're in that feeling of, you know, I don't have the perfect space, I don't have the perfect flower, something's not working right, that's okay. We're all different. And it's okay to have days like that. Just remember, it's your place. It's your little piece of paradise. And you can be happy with it. If something doesn't work, you just replant it. If it doesn't work this year, you've always got next year. So let's have fun. It's all Cosmo still over here somewhere. More seeds. Those are 3 flowers for next year. That's the way I look at that. Now, bunch of these already went to losing their blooms. That's okay. I'm just going to do a little trimming here. Because you know what? We've got time to get a little more growth off of these before the season ends. I just want some light and airy, instant gratification at the moment. It's not always the best, but hey. These are some, they're just too, see, they're just sort of airy and fun. And look here. Can you see him? I actually picked it and he was still on there. I'm not going to disturb our friend. I got some of these that have buds on them. And you can just see the color. Hope you can see this. And that means they'll open in the vase later on. So it should get a little more. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting tired. Been at it since 7 o'clock, I think, in the cabin. So haven't had too much time out my flowers. And I really enjoy those. So, gave me a good excuse to have to come out here and do a little cutting. It's good for the soul, you know. Anyway, grab a couple more of these. Grab some gomphrena and then we'll make her bouquet. Don't want to go over extravagant and go way too many this time. I have a tendency to do that, but that's okay. My customers love it. What good is it to grow flowers if you can't have some fun doing it, right? And somebody said, well, Cindy, why did you grow so many this year? My simple answer was, I love flowers. And even if nobody came and picked them, I still get to enjoy them. Run up and get some basil and get this bouquet ready. She'll be here in just a little while. Yes, I cut it at the end of the day. Yes, she's going to pick it up in a few minutes, but it's okay. She doesn't care. She loves them anyway. And I love these. This color is so fun and so happy. How can you not be in love with this color? personally, I just find Gomphrena very fun. Looks like what are they? Gumdrops. That's what they are. Now the white, it doesn't look so great, but this purple, gosh, I'm loving it, y'all. I really like the strawberry color too, but that has been, I didn't plant near as much as that, and I should have. I should have planted a bunch more of that, but I didn't. Next year though, I do. Next year, and I love this lilac color too. You know, like that one. That one's gonna pass it on. But y'all, these are just so fun. They really are, look. I mean, I haven't even done anything. They already look pretty. Yes, I'm a little nuts about flowers. But that's okay. So we've got some pretties in here. We're gonna go get some marigolds and head back up to the cabin, grab the basil, and we'll put these together. Did you know too that marigolds, the actual smell doesn't come from the flower, it comes from the leaf. So if you don't like the way this smells, pull the leaves off. Personally, I like the way they smell. Some of them can be quite strong, but I still like them. Alright. I think that's good enough. Okay, y'all. So, I'm going to stand here, just put this bouquet together here on the steps of the porch. But I want to show you. This is the basil. This is purple basil right here. So if you're not using this, you're missing out, because just the smell alone is just gorgeous. And then this is lemon basil. And then I went ahead and grabbed some ageratum as well. So what I'm going to do is just sit right here and put this bouquet together as you guys sit there and watch. And normally what I do is, and you know what, she's probably going to end up getting 2 cups of flowers, because I went ahead and picked a bunch. But I always start with my greenery, and I pull as many leaves off the bottom as I can, and I just stick it in there. And of course, you know, the customer's probably going to go ahead and redo it when she gets home anyway, but I still like for it to look fairly nice when it goes out the door. And I have no really rhyme or reason how I do it. That is the beauty thing. Yeah, that's a lot of wasted basil, huh? But I love the greenery on this. And like I said, the smell is just out of this world. Some people don't like the smell of basil, but I personally love it. I love to cook with it. It's another reason why I do raise it and grow it. My ageratum. I grew lemon basil, Thai basil, and these are seeds. We'll just sprinkle them in there, and if they come up next year, they will. Thai basil, lemon basil, regular basil. What else did I grow? I don't know. I had 4 or 5 different varieties of basil. So I just think they smell great. They add a lot to your bouquet. Now through the summer season, I do not let them go to seed like this. I do not do that until the fall. There's this great big coxcomb celosia. which is just amazing. And then this Aduratum, I didn't grow it from seed or anything. I actually found it on the side of the road, dug up one plant, and my husband was like, oh, that's not going to do anything. Mr. Moss didn't believe it, and guess what? It did. It's overtaken one of the beds by the house, and it's wonderful. I love it. Now, I did order seed in this as well for the, I believe it's the red Aduratum. So that will be very beautiful next year. Now, as you can tell, I'm just sort of freestyling this. I have no definitive way that I really want this to look, other than to just look pretty. So you just fool with it till you're happy with it, and that's really all that matters. There's, you know, yes, there is right and wrong ways to do it, but when you're doing it freestyle, and just because you love flowers, then you let your creativity flow. And if you don't like it, guess what? The best way to do something is just to try it. If you don't like it, pull it out and try it again. I mean, who says you have to do it a certain way all the time? Yes, if you're doing it for, say, florist or something like that, yeah, you might want to go the extra mile. And let's see, we've got something hanging out here, and I'm not sure what it is. Cosmo with the buds on it, so we want to make sure that's in water. Duh, right? And I'm just gonna keep layering until I like the way the bouquet looks. Once the bouquet is done, then I always take a picture of it, send it to the customer, post it, and like I said, she's probably going to end up with 2 cups of flowers because I picked a lot. Yeah, I could take them in the house with me, but I'll just get some more if I want to. That's the joy of having your own flowers. So I'm just trying to pull some of these leaves off that don't look so great, but I don't want to pull them all off. How am I doing? How are we looking so far? If you like it, leave me a comment. You know, I've noticed one thing doing this YouTube thing, that some people will watch your video, but they won't comment. They don't let you know, hey, I like this or don't like that. And it's hard to judge whether or not you're putting content out there that somebody really wants to view. Maybe some people just feel like, you know, well, I like to watch it, but I really don't feel qualified to comment. You can comment. It's not going to kill you. I mean, who knows? You may not like none of this that's going on in here. You may not like none of the videos. Maybe you're watching me out of boredom. Who knows? All right, it's time for some zinnias. Now see, these little crooked ones? They smash right down in there. just perfect. Let's get some yellow. Let's see here. Just one of those beautiful iridescent ones. I call them iridescent. They're not really iridescent, but they sort of look like it. I think that Cosmo could use some love. I think we'll leave it out. Like I said, there's no really right or wrong way when you're building something. If you're not going for a specific look, you're just wanting to capture the beauty, then just capture it. I mean, see, a lot of people would say, that's too crooked, I can't use it, you know, it won't fit in my bouquet just right. But guess what? Here it is. Right there. So see, you can use it. Some more Cosmos. Just love the airiness that they bring to the bouquet. Let's put some red in here. Getting quite full already, aren't we? I mean, that is a heck of a bouquet for a $10 bouquet. This really should be like a $25, $30 bouquet. I want to show this to you up close. Let's get the technology to work here. Let's see if I can get it. And then I'll snap a picture at the end too, so you can see a little more what it looks like. But there's that one. And we're gonna go ahead and give our customer the rest of these flowers. Because that's just the kind of gal I am. Because she's got bud vases at home too. And it was so cute. She had one of her granddaughters tell her, well, Grandma, we need flowers on our table too. So she took some of the flowers that I gave her and made them a little bud vase. I thought that was just adorable. See, more marigolds. So she's actually going to get essentially 2 bouquets for one, but this is the last one she'll get for the season. I'm hoping that she's liked them well enough that she will go the next round and get them again next year for Bouquet Club. I will start posting that it is on sale probably close to Thanksgiving. I should say Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm in Western Kentucky. But those usually go on sale close to Thanksgiving. I'll run a special on those for Christmas, and then again close to Mother's Day. And then after that, they will go back to regular price. But having a bouquet club sort of gives you funding for the next season if you're not saving all your seeds. It also lets you make sure that you've got a customer base for the next year. Now, this was our first year of actually doing a bouquet club. Last year I had several people apologize for the noise. The plant just let out, so everybody's going home after work. But last year I had a lot of people that ordered and done them on a regular basis, so it was essentially like the same thing as a bouquet club. They just didn't do it prior to the beginning of the season. Anyway, just trying to arrange these to where they look halfway decent. We're gonna go home with her, and I've already done the rest of the bouquet clubs this year. So the next video will be the actual video. You might get a short, but the video will be probably the next one will be for planning the next planting season. I'm not 100% sure. That one broke, so not gonna do that. But there's some buds on this one, so I'm gonna stick it in there. That one's about gone. So anyway, I'm gonna capture some pictures for you and let you see how those look. And thanks for watching. Always like and subscribe. Find us on Facebook, Moss Baby Farms for the farm side, Needle Nut Embroidery for the embroidery side, and then we're on, sorry y'all, got pollen in my eyes, Instagram and TikTok as well. TikTok is under the Needle Nut Embroidery. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, please. Comment, share, like, subscribe, and I'm going to flip you around and let you see how these turned out. And right, see you the next time. Product. Does that coxcomb not just say, "Look at me, look at me, look at me"? Anyway, that's how this one turned out. And if you were wondering, here's the ageratum, regular basil, the lilac gomfrina, bright lights cosmos, marigolds, and all of our different zinnias. And I just love this one here. And then here's the extra cup of flowers. But yes, our bouquet club, I charge $10 for these if they order 10 or more at a time on sale, and then they're $15 regular. And then we also do offer the delivery on those. So, till we see you again, give me a thumbs up.